What's good, everybody? Hope your morning is going well. Halo 2 Anniversary and Halo 2 Classic came out for MCC PC about a day ago, and unfortunately, the day one narrative on Twitter and online was just how many bugs and problems are in these PC ports, and plenty of them are actually new bugs that weren't really a big issue or a big problem with the flight a few weeks ago. So a couple weeks ago, H2C, H2A was being flighted. There was a big list of known issues for both of these games that were put out prior to the launch. And to be honest, a few of these are kind of deal breakers for me, like bullet registration not being in parity with the original in Halo 2 Classic. And, you know, some of the campaign and lighting and effects issues that are in the H2A known issues just seem like, well, why launch now? Why not just keep it in the oven a little bit longer? When I was trying to play last night, I couldn't play with a few of my friends because their builds just were so full of bugs. I'll throw this on screen last night. Some of you may remember good Halo buddy M. Vito. He was having these really strange issues in the menu, and then in game, it would just completely hitch up and like not let him control his character at all. So we unfortunately didn't get to play. I just ran some solo myself. In addition to those known about issues, yesterday a few new things materialized. The first being Halo 2 Classic has this funny betrayal glitch where when you're firing rockets or throwing grenades, they can just sort of disappear and show up behind you and betray a teammate.
What? The rockets blew up behind me.
Yeah.
What's going on with the rockets tonight? Did I betray you, Hayden?
I don't know who's who, but
What?
someone
I
saw that. Like, I'm not
What?
mad. I'm just like, how bad?
It is kind of funny when you see it, but it's also like, whoa, this is not a good bug. And there's plenty of clips of hit registration problems going around. I was in Ubernick's stream yesterday watching, and yeah, I saw a few occasions where it occurred. So the bigger story here is 343 put out a detailed post about what they did or what the process is. They've reached out to Saber. Early in the morning, the production put together a detailed email to our development partners at Saber outlining the reproduction steps, a series of clips in the area we believe the issue may have arisen from, so that they could begin investigating on their side. Saber was able to reproduce it, enter a bug, and then reached out and talked to our teams through a potential fix. A new test build was created and sent over to 343 for our test teams to dig in and investigate the results. So, and they've also been investigating the weird stuff happening in Halo 3, MCC, if I didn't mention that. If you search Team Slayer, you'll get into Griff Ball. There's really weird, like, disappearing Warthog turrets and Warthogs just driving away off into the water. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, too, it's like, if you guys don't, you know, have a hardcore PR or marketing reason to push this thing out early, why not just keep it in the oven a little bit longer and test things a little bit further? I know a lot of these things are tough to find, but at least for me, you know, the known issue of having bullet registration not be in parity with the original, to me, that's a deal breaker. Like, in terms of gaming, I see it sort of as like you're playing chess. You capture this dude's bishop with your rook. All of a sudden, your rook just disappears and his bishop survived. And you're like, wait, that's not fair. It happens sometimes. It's not all the time. It just happens sometimes. For me, that's like sort of a deal breaker when it comes to games. It's like if the shots aren't consistently landing, then how can I trust? How can I put trust in this? So the other thing I also noticed too is that the visible stuttering on objects when strafing with unlimited frame rate enabled, that weird interpolation problem I talked to you guys about in the last few videos, it's still present. So on the bigger picture, we got some info from Sketch, and I'll read this here. We understand some players are encountering issues and oddities with MCC on Xbox and PC following the update last night. We're monitoring and tracking. Please check the known issues link. That'll be down below. If you guys are having issues, definitely submit a ticket. We don't want anyone having a bad experience or encountering problems, but some of the things we are hearing are hard to pin down and will take some time. Yelling at or insulting members of our team isn't going to help. People work hard under extra challenging circumstances to deliver the best experience they can, and they are committed to continuing to work to resolve issues that arise. Thanks for your support, and to those who are providing helpful details and issue reports, and to everyone else who's enjoying the game and not having issues, good luck, have fun. You can follow Halo Support Twitter as well. So I appreciate the update. I will just be frank. This is PC launch number 3 that has come out in a state that I feel like has hindered the potential that this release could have. And I don't know why, you know, it couldn't have been held off just a little bit longer for this to be like a huge celebration. You want day one and those first impressions just to be rock solid, to carry momentum forward and for people to just celebrate. So when videos come out, it's not me telling you guys, hey, if you haven't bought H2A or H2C, please wait. until this is resolved, or just get Game Pass and play some other games. That way you're getting some more value out of it instead of day one going, yo, this is awesome, hop in here, guys, we back, that kind of a thing. So it's not directed at the devs because I know they're listening and these are super challenging obstacles, but whoever's setting the timelines, man, I just urge you, slow down, or whoever it is, man. Like, if you guys get to really determine when these come out, a little bit more time in the oven would be great. And I feel like from Reach to CE to now Halo 2, we got 3 in a row that have sort of come out with, yeah, but that kind of a thing where it's like, yeah, it's cool, but there's X, Y, and Z issues. The Halo CE PC version on unlocked frame rate with this update finally has the corrected bullet spread for your Magnum. Previously, if you were on unlocked frame rate and you tap fired quickly, you would get the same bullet spread as the fully automatic Magnum. In my opinion, that's again like a deal breaker. So for me, a month later or a month and a half later, now Halo CE PC is playable. And I just hope it's not that way with Halo 2 in terms of this bullet registration thing or some of these problems, because players, if players are waiting a month or two for some of these big issues to get resolved, wait a month or two and fix it before it comes out. I have no problem with Halo 2 Classic or Anniversary coming out in June or July if it's in a state that is better, basically. So anyway, that is my take on the whole situation. I did play last night. I honestly didn't encounter very many issues over the few hours that I played, but it's inconsistent. Like I mentioned, I had another friend who ran into plenty of problems, and it seems like it's maybe a build that's not as tight or as stable as some of the previous ones. Working with outside contractors always adds some time and challenges to the whole thing. But I'd be really curious if you guys have had any experiences like this, some of the challenges, what you think about this. I mean, on the overall scale of MCC PC, take as long as you need with Halo 3, man, because that is your high point for this whole PC release cycle for MCC, in my opinion. If it does not come out really tight and polished, that chance, that opportunity for that momentum, I believe, is sort of gone. And Halo 3 really is the one that please, I hope it's right. I hope it's dialed on day one. I know so much work goes into this. And as a Halo fan, it's a bummer to see what I think could have been a much bigger wave of hype and engagement and excitement sort of being stifled by stuff that I feel like is avoidable. Anyway, that's my take. Thank you guys for watching. I'm still going to be playing it. If I run into big issues, I'll let you guys know about it, probably on Twitter. But I think for right now, follow Halo support. And if you are on the fence to buy H2C or H2A, I definitely wait until we see how quickly some of these issues can get resolved. If you want to dive in right away, maybe Game Pass is the right purchase, because then you get the opportunity to play a bunch of other games, and that library for Game Pass is pretty crazy. So thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Follow me on Twitter at BBKDRAGOON. You can subscribe to me. That helps, and I just appreciate all the support on the channel, guys. Good luck out there, and have a really good day.